Imagine waking up 5 billion years from now. You look out. The sun is gone. In its place, a pale, dying ember. Our solar system is a frozen graveyard. How did our star become this terrifying cosmic tomb? What twisted cyborgs did you evolve into just to survive the eternal dark? Let's fast forward to the end of the world. You think you know how this story ends. I know what you're thinking. A brilliant supernova. A glorious explosion wiping us out. Well, that sounds fishy to me. That Hollywood narrative is complete crap. I am poking holes in that story right now. We're taking a brutal, terrifying tour of the rotting solar system. I will show you the exact timeline of our apocalypse. You'll see the molten glass oceans of Mars. You'll witness Earth violently shatter. You'll discover the terrifying robotic monsters we became just to survive. Let's face it, you don't want to miss a single second of this. Before the sun actually burns out, hit that subscribe button. Drop a quick like. Keep checking back. We conquer the universe here, one disaster at a time. Okay, let's look at the actual physics. The sun is 93 million miles away. To put it in perspective, to survive a real supernova, you'd need to be 50 to 100 light years out. We never stood a chance. But our star simply lacks the mass to detonate. It doesn't go out with a sudden bang. It chokes. A slow, agonizing death taking nearly 2 billion years. Right now, it fuses 600 million tons of hydrogen every second. Eventually, the tank runs dry. Internal gravity will push the panic button. The core compresses. Temperatures spike to 180 million degrees Fahrenheit. Then, the outer layers swell. It morphs into a monstrous red giant. The diameter expands by exactly 160 million miles. It swallows Mercury. Venus? Vaporized. Completely wiped off the face of the Earth. Wait, no. Wiped out of existence. Then, it violently ejects its outer atmosphere. The core collapses. It shrinks into a super dense white dwarf. No explosions, just a dead, glowing dot. You shouldn't underestimate it. Gravity on that tiny ember is 300,000 times stronger than on Earth. A single teaspoon of white dwarf material weighs 15 tons. Step on that pale star, your 150-pound body instantly weighs 45 million pounds. Ouch. Your skeleton shatters. You wouldn't even have time to scream. You become a bunch of bones, crushed to subatomic dust in a fraction of a millisecond. 1 out of 10 would not recommend. Bye-bye, Mercury and Venus. You touch down on Mars. Expecting red dirt? You're out of luck. When the sun swelled, it aggressively baked this planet. Surface temperatures spiked to an unimaginable 3,600 degrees Fahrenheit. That immense heat melted the iron-rich crust. Mars completely liquefied. Then, the magma ocean rapidly cooled. Now, you stand on a slick, pitch-black glass desert. You walk past colossal, rusted metal structures. A bunch of twisted titanium machines sit permanently buried in the black glass. These are ancient terraforming engines. Yeah. Humanity desperately tried to make Mars a second Earth. We thought those spiffy machines would save us. We tried killing 2 birds with 1 stone, fix overpopulation, and escape a warming Earth. It failed miserably. The expanding sun roasted those arrogant dreams alive. The artificial oceans boiled away into the deep vacuum of space. Mars became an inescapable, boiling death trap. Humanity packed its bags exactly in the nick of time. You jump back into your pilot seat. You scan the deep void for any sign of home. Your radar picks up a faint ghost signal. You find a rogue, heavily cratered ice ball drifting silently in deep space. Earth. Oh yeah, our ancient blue cradle. It's nowhere near its original orbit. When the red giant expelled its outer layers, the sun lost half its mass. The gravitational tether snapped. Earth slipped its invisible leash. It drifted outward, It became a rogue world, spinning into the freezing void. The side of Earth facing the dying star boiled away instantly. The dark half wasn't safe. Trapped atmospheric heat caused temperatures to spike to a blistering 150,000 degrees Fahrenheit. That is 15 times hotter than the sun's original surface. Everything burned to ash. Then the sun shrank into a white dwarf. The blistering heat vanished. The long freeze violently kicked in. Within a single week, global surface temperatures plummeted to 0 degrees Fahrenheit. Within exactly 1 year, negative 100 degrees. The good news is, the oceans didn't boil away completely. The brutal truth is, they froze absolutely solid from the top down. A giant ice rink encompassed the entire globe. Your stubborn ancestors furiously dug down. They built subterranean bunkers. They tapped into active geothermal vents to buy 1,000 years of borrowed time. Ugh, it was totally useless. The Earth's molten core cooled. The geothermal vents choked and died. Within 1,000 years, the atmosphere literally froze solid. Nitrogen freezes at negative 346 degrees Fahrenheit. Oxygen freezes at negative 361 degrees. The sky violently shattered. Earth is entirely gone. An icy monument for an extinct ape. So where did human civilization run to? You land heavily on Titan, Saturn's largest moon. The sky directly above you is a sickening, hazy orange. The massive lakes stretching across the horizon aren't water. They are vast oceans of pure, liquid methane. It rains toxic chemicals here. It smells like farts, seriously. The atmosphere is 95% nitrogen and 5% methane. Stink isn't even the word for it. The stench of raw hydrocarbons would ring bad to any biological nose. You step right up to the edge of a freezing methane lake. You don't have a spacesuit. You grab the pressurized seal on your helmet. You take it off entirely. You breathe in the thick, toxic sludge. You don't violently choke. You don't die. You are barely human anymore. Your original lungs are completely gone, replaced by synthetic biographene filters grafted into your neck. Your artificial gills flare open. They harvest the thick methane atmosphere. They convert the toxic gas directly into raw electrical power. Pumping normal red blood here is an absolute death sentence. It freezes solid at exactly negative 290 degrees Fahrenheit. If you bled red, you'd shatter like cheap glass. Your engineered veins pump a dark, synthetic, ammonia-based antifreeze. You press a hand to your chest. No biological heartbeat. Your organic heart was replaced by a miniature nuclear reactor embedded deep inside your ribs. It pulses with 5,000 watts of extreme thermal energy. It keeps your mechanical organs from seizing up in the cryogenic cold. You walk along the pitch-black bottom of a dry, chemical ocean. You don't shiver. The atmospheric pressure doesn't crush you. You are the perfect survival machine. Sound like fun? It sounds insane, but it was the exact price of survival. Your radical evolution didn't stop in the freezing, dark mud of Titan. Not everyone chose to become a chemical cyborg. You fly 800 million miles back to the dead white dwarf. Your ship's alarms scream. You look out the glass and freeze in absolute awe. A massive Dyson swarm. Millions of 5,000-mile-wide metal sails brutally cage the dying star. It is a terrifying mechanical hive, ruthlessly swallowing every last photon of light. You scan the swarm for biological life signs. Nothing. No heartbeats, no breath. The entities living inside this cosmic megastructure aren't physical. They don't have cyborg bodies. They don't have nuclear hearts. They realized flesh is a massive liability. Flesh breaks. Flesh bleeds. They completely left the meat behind. Their collective consciousness is uploaded to a decentralized quantum cloud hovering around the dead star, operating as a flawless hive mind. They control trillions of microscopic nanobot swarms. These invisible machines dive into the blistering 180,000-degree radiation. They strip mine the star for its last available photons, harvesting raw energy to power their endless simulation. They don't breathe oxygen. They don't eat organic protein. They don't sleep. They violently beat the fundamental concept of death. How? By abandoning the biological definition of life. They live billions of digital lifetimes inside a flawless utopia, while the real universe freezes to absolute zero. They will outlast the white dwarf itself. They have completely conquered deep time. You stare at the tiny white dwarf. You survey the black glass of Mars, the shattered corpse of Earth, the chemical cyborgs on Titan, the quantum gods harvesting a dead star. You probably think this is a massive tragedy. You think the brutal end of our solar system is a depressing story. It's not. It's just physics. When the sun choked and ejected its outer plasma layers, it wasn't a cosmic murder, it was a massive delivery system. That expanding cloud holds millions of tons of heavy elements. Raw carbon, heavy iron, pure oxygen. It will clump together. It will violently compress under its own immense gravity. It will fiercely ignite. It will seed brand new blazing stars. It will form entirely new rocky planets. The violent destruction of our ancient home is just chemical fertilizer for the vast universe. Time for the final data check. The survival rating for the original biological human body out here in the 5 billion year future, exactly 0 out of 10. Pure garbage. But the survival rating for extreme human engineering and sheer willpower, a perfect 10. We survived by aggressively poking holes in the rigid laws of biology. We adapted. We relentlessly conquered. But here's the real pivot question. What if we didn't have the luxury of waiting 5 billion years for the apocalypse? What if a rogue black hole ripped right through the center of our solar system tomorrow afternoon? How fast would Earth be violently shredded? If you want to see that exact scenario play out, hit subscribe and drop a like right now. The universe has laws, but we're here to push them to the breaking point. I'm Rabo, and the lab is always open. Catch you on the next one.